You're really not gonna like this. Alright, not a problem. This is for Daggerish. Alright. You willing to risk a perma ban? Assume that's him. Go for it.
Let's just have a little talk, okay? So I'll let me speak a little, you speak a little. We'll just have a little talk about it. I'm not trying to troll. Like I said, I'm not gonna try to. I'm not trying to
Just
troll.
get on with it.
So part of the reason why we're telling you is I have lost people. Like I know people who have lost family by drink, and what they are permanently scarred from walking in and seeing their friend, their kid, their sibling dead from alcohol poisoning. And you're on your way to that if you keep going like this. You are genuine.
Except I'm not.
Yes, Dave.
I don't drink as much as you motherfuckers think I do.
Dave, your words are exactly the same words that these people said before they killed themselves from alcohol and accident. And it doesn't matter how healthy you are. If you drink too much, alcohol poisoning can get you. The fact that you're going to the bathroom all the time is a big sign of kidney damage. My mother's a nurse.
Except I drink about a gallon of water a day.
But
that's
that doesn't
why.
always help. Dave, right now your face is a very big red that is very similar to what their faces were like. It's because you're constantly flustered from all the drinking. And I'm telling you this seriously, if this was the same way of if you were like Nicky Cod Avocado and mukbanging and making yourself that way, I would be having the same discussion with you. This is not healthy. This is something that is genuinely not healthy.
All right, then let me ask you the same question I ask as everyone else. Why do you care?
Because, Dave, I care because I have seen what it's done to people I care about to walk in on their dead family. And I don't want that to happen
have you ever seen
to yours.
Have you ever seen anyone ripped apart by cancer? I have.
I have lost several people to cancer.
Have you ever seen them ripped apart?
I've not seen them in multiple pieces. I've seen them in one piece, but I've watched them go down some cognitive decline.
No. Well, let me tell you something.
Yeah?
I've watched people die. Okay, and I am in nowhere near that scenario, okay?
But, Dave, like the other day in that stream, when you passed out, we were keeping it open because we were making sure that we didn't need to call an ambulance because we were genuinely figuring you might die from that. We wanted to make sure it didn't happen.
You don't really know my address, so why the fuck would you do that?
It got leaked. I know that there are some people that do. They have not shared it, and they will not share it, and we don't want them to share it because we don't want you doxxed. But those people that know were ready to in case it was needed.
Why?
So that your mother didn't walk in on you dead, or your sister, or your brother, or any of them. What happens if your sister were to walk in with her kid and she sees you dead? Now she's fucked up for her entire life.
They'd be sad, but they get over it.
No, they don't. Dave.
You always get over the dead.
No, Dave, no, you
Really?
don't.
Really? Okay, you are a 20-something-year-old man.
30.
Okay, you've had your grandparents, I'm assuming at least some grandparents pass on.
My dad's side died before I was born, but my mother's side both have died when I was alive, and I still deal with that.
Really?
Yes, because they were huge
I've had
parts of my
all
life.
4 of my grandparents die, and I don't deal with shit.
Yes, Dave, because you don't feel for others the way a lot of people do. Like, I genuinely do care about those around me.
I actually do feel.
Dave.
But I also know when something is not worth feeling.
I'll give you an example as to to prove my point. So right now, I'm in a D&D group, and one of the players there did not have a mini because he can't afford one. So I went, bought a mini, painted it up for him, and gave it to him for free. Is that something you'd be willing to do for those around you? And I'm not even like, he's just in the group with me. I'm not even like a super close friend with him. He's a pretty chill dude, but like I don't hang out with him outside of the D&D group. Or he's also the custodian where I teach, so I bump into him there.
Let me put it this way. I have somewhat bucked the alpha male trend, and I have female friends.
Okay.
That are completely platonic. It's not sexual. I've known them for so long, it'd be like fucking my sister.
Okay. I have friends that are like that.
All right. All they have to do is call me, and I will wire them thousands of dollars to be in Minnesota the very same night. To
Okay.
be at my house, the most defensible position in Minnesota, that night.
Okay.
Okay.
But what about someone that you don't know very well?
Why would I give them money?
Like, for example, what I just told you about. I have the one person who's in my D&D group that I'm not a super huge, like, I'm not, like, he's a cool dude, but I don't hang out with him outside of the D&D group and the few times I bump into him at the high school. So I bought him a mini, painted it up, and the other two players there, they asked if I could paint their minis up, and I've painted all three of theirs for free without trying to get something from them.
That's your business.
Would you do that for people that you don't know very well? It's not a huge amount of money investment, but it's some time and it's effort for no return.
Probably not, but that's me.
Yes, because, and what I'm trying to say is, like, I'm not trying to mean this in a mean way. It's because you don't have empathy towards others like that. I did it because I wanted these people.
I just said I'd be willing to put thousands of dollars on the line.
To some people that you care about closely.
You're talking about, okay, if your question is, do I give a shit about the general state of humanity? My answer is no.
Yes, I know. And that's also what I'm trying to get at with this. The reason that we're concerned about it is because we don't want your family and your friends. So those female friends you have, would you be okay with them walking in on you and seeing you dead?
Yeah,
is that something you'd want? You'd be perfectly fine with it. Dead from alcohol poisoning.
So I wouldn't give a shit one way or the other. So there is.
But it's gonna cause permanent damage to them.
No, it won't.
Yes, if they actually care about you, yes, it will.
Oh, they do. But
I've lost people close to me, and right now I have a couple very close friends, and every single one of those.
When was the first time you ever lost someone?
I was about, I think it was about 10 years old, and it was my dad's.
I was about 5.
Okay.
Okay.
And that might have helped. That might have led you towards where you are now.
It was like the George Carlin bit. We have a school of 23 students, 22 students.
Yes, well, here's the thing, too, Dave. At 5, you view the world differently than when you are older. And it might have also shaped the way you're looking at things now. It could very easily be that this is all the trauma response from that your brain has buried in the subconscious.
I have no trauma.
That you know of. Okay, Dave, that you know of. But here's the interesting thing about brain development.
Except I don't go to therapy to try to invent problems that aren't there.
Dave, part of my training for being a teacher has a lot to do with learning about childhood development. And I'm trying to explain something to you. So, when you are really young, your brain is developing and sets things in. When I was in 6th grade, I got bullied to the point where I almost killed myself several times. Because it happened when I was so young and I never got help for it, I still deal with suicidal ideation. There are a lot of times nowadays where I get points in my brain and my brain just goes, if you kill yourself, you'll never have to deal with it. And it's just a quick fleeting thought. And it's something that my brain uses as a coping mechanism because it went through and it took what I was trying, what I dealt with, and used it and tried to incorporate.
I was bullied in high school too, and my brain went to, well, you can always hurt them.
Yes, different brains cope differently. That's what I'm trying to say. Everyone is different. Every single person handles things differently.
Except you prescribe therapy as a universal solution.
Well, here's the thing, Dave. And with therapy, it really does depend on your therapist. I have gone to a couple that did not work for me, and I've gone to some that worked incredible. You have to find the right person.
Except I have no intention of going.
I'm aware you don't.
So why do you care?
Because unlike you...
Why the fuck do you care about any of this?
Dave,
to be brutally honest.
That's a fair question, and I've explained why. The reason why I care is because I know what it's like to lose people to the way that your family will have to deal with when they walk in on you dead. And imagine the other day when on stream you passed out, if you had died that night, the last memory your parents and your siblings would have had of you is watching you die on stream. That messes someone up forever.
Well, I'm going to be an asshole.
Okay.
But here's my response to that.
Yeah? What's your response to it?
There we are.
Like I said,
we all eventually walk upon the people we love, and
Okay.
they're no longer there. I could have led the healthiest life imaginable,
Then
and
you
in
would
a
be in
1 in
so
a
much
million
of a better
heart
spot.
defect, been dead.
Yes, but right
Or
now,
I could live an incredibly reckless life and outlive every single motherfucking member of my family.
true. That is true. There is essential randomness to life. However, this is basically you saying, I'm going to willingly choose something that has been shown to lead people to death in numerous ways. You're willingly taking on extra risks.
You get behind the wheel of a car, do you not, every day?
Yes, I do. And the thing is, I don't.
Exactly.
But Dave, there's a difference too. I get behind the wheel of a car, but when I do, I make sure that I'm sober and I make sure
As
that
do
I'm not.
I.
I
As
know.
do I.
I'm not saying that you're drunk when you get behind the car. I'm literally saying, I'm explaining something. When I go to drive, I make sure that I'm sober. I make sure that I am not under any other substance, because
As
otherwise,
do
I know. I'm not saying you are, but what I'm saying is the reason I do that is because then I am less likely to have something bad happen. I'm
And
minimizing
all
my
it takes
risk.
is one semi-truck to fuck up once, and
Yes.
you're fucked.
But Dave, if I was drinking a bunch beforehand, my reaction times are slower. And that, hold on, Dave, I'm making a point. So if I drink a bunch before, my reaction times are slower, or any other substance. It doesn't have to be drinking. I'm not using drinking because that's what we're talking about here. I'm just saying if I drink any, my reaction times are slower, so I might be more likely to get hit. If I'm not drinking and I see the semi coming, I can react quicker to hit the brakes or turn or get out of the way. I'm lowering my risky behavior. It's the same way with you
You
drinking
are
right now.
still doomed to die.
Eventually, yes, Dave. But the thing is,
And
one of the
why is it so optimal? Why is it so fucking great to live to be an old piece of shit, confined to a wheelchair in a rest home?
Because
Why
not
is
everyone-
that the optimum?
because I've lived a long life and I can look back on and be
Who
happy about.
cares? You can't look back on it when you're dead. Assuming your children and grandchildren even visit you when you're
Dave.
dying.
I'm not gonna have kids or grandkids. I don't want kids or grandkids. But let me
Okay,
explain
so
a bit
nobody
too.
will be there with you when you're dying.
That's
You
okay.
should be on my fucking team. You
No,
should be on the Drink
Dave.
More team.
Dave. Do you want to know one of the reasons why I got into teaching?
I honestly, the fact that you don't want to pass anything on, I am all fucking ears for. Outside of it just
Well-
being fucking easy.
Not one. So wait, you want to know why I don't want to have kids? Is that your question? Explain that.
Generally teachers want to pass shit on.
Well, right now, Dave. Well, one, I can't afford kids. There's no way I can afford kids. With this economy, with how little I make, there's no way I can afford to have kids. But also, I just don't want to raise kids. If I do, I'm perfectly willing to adopt if I do change my mind in the future. I'll be willing to adopt. And that will actually help the system because we have way too many kids in the adoption system that need homes. I'd be happy to adopt in the future if my opinion changes. But the reason I got into teaching is I want the world to be a better place when I'm gone. I want more of the next generation to know science, to know critical thinking, so that when we start getting people into office, whichever side, I don't care which side, they understand how to critically think. They understand how to basically view the world with a
When you
scientific
die,
lens.
you will be as forgotten as I am.
I'm okay with that. I seriously am. But I just want to leave the world better. And part of leaving the world
No,
better.
you won't. That's my objection. You won't leave the world better. You'll leave it the exact same way.
Dave, I've already helped multiple students realize what they want
Dude,
to do for the
you
future.
are going to leave the world in the exact same way.
I disagree. The reason I
Well,
disagree.
You can disagree all you like, but your time is up.
Like I said, Dave, this wasn't meant to troll, and I do hope you think a little bit more about your family and friends and what they might come across with you. So, like I said, I was willing to accept the permaban to talk to you.
Again,
I hope.
if I die and my family discovers me, I'll be dead, so I won't care.
But I care about others around me, and that's why I wouldn't want that. It's one of the reasons I'm still alive today. I hope that you have.
It's one of the reasons why I actually go to the doctor on the regular, and
Okay. Well, I'm glad for that.
I have always been given a clean bill of health.
Okay. I am glad that you're going to the doctor and helping. Have you told him how much you drink?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Have you had them check your liver and your kidneys?
Oh yeah, and I'm still good to go.
Okay, with how much you pee, that I kind of doubt that, but like I said, I'm not going to fight that.
Again,
but I hope you can see
that
here.
I drink is mostly water.
Okay, but I hope you can see here.
All right. Well,
I'm not trying to troll you.
Look.
Yeah.
I'm gonna admit somebody else.
Okay,
Bye.
but I hope you can see I wasn't trying to troll you here.
No,
this was legitimately meant to help.
You're still fully welcome on my streams and blah blah blah.
Okay. I do sincerely hope you get help though, for your family and friends' sake at the very least.
Again, somebody offers me $500, I will stop drinking for 6 months.
Dave, you are seriously giving off all the same things that the people I knew who were alcoholics gave too. Even your lists with stuff they did.
Except I'm better than them, and I can actually do the impossible.
Dave, they thought so too.
Yeah, except they thought so. I make so.
They were of the same exact opinion. This is what addiction does.
They may have been the exact opinion. But when I commit to something, I fucking do it.
They thought so too. Like, I have addiction to Mountain Dew.
I'm done.
All right. Well, take care.
All right. Iron Gullet's
right.
next.
All right.
Why'd I pick him? Hello, Iron Gullet. What the fuck you want?
So, Dave, do you want to have kids?
Don't know. Why?
Oh, you were upset about other people not wanting to have kids.
Excuse me. Did Jess, remove yourself from the call, or I will do it for you. I'm upset with people having kids. Not
you were upset
really,
other people didn't. You were upset people didn't want to have kids.
Well, I have every right to be upset with people having kids because I'm also pro-choice.
That's not what I said, though.
What'd you say?
You said, why were you upset that they did not want to have kids?
Who is they?
The last person you were talking to.
Well, they don't want to have kids. I wasn't upset.
But you saw it as a negative.
Upset. We were just having a conversation.
But you were like, well, you should want to have kids.
You understand what that is.
But you said you should want to have kids.
Like, are you fucking autistic?
No.
Do you not know what a fucking conversation is?
But you got upset because you said you're a teacher, you should want to have kids.
Well, maybe a little more than most people because, the whole future generation thing. But if they don't, that's cool.
And what about you?
If I have kids, I have kids. If I don't, I don't.
Well, I'm saying, do you want to? Is that something you strive for?
I don't know.
I mean, you're getting up there in age. It's not going to be easy.
Well, I'm male,
fertility goes
so
down.
I can have kids a lot longer than females.
But, I mean, heavy drinking and age and being overweight lowers your fertility.
Yeah.
And also, beer is full of phytoestrogen too, right?
Do you really have anything to actually ask me? Or
no. Do you do know that beer contains phytoestrogen, and you were very upset about that?
Do you have anything to actually ask me, or is it just getting?
I just asked you.
Do you have anything to actually ask me?
All right. Do you want me to really ask you a question that you're not gonna like?
Go for it. Otherwise, you're getting booted.
Why do you want to assault your niece and grab her and do stuff to her, huh?
I don't. Oh my god.
Talk about wanting to grab your niece when she doesn't want you to.
Okay. Now I am going to contact my lawyer tomorrow morning. And I'll inform my sister, and my brother-in-law makes way more than me.
You're going to sue me?
Yeah, I think I might. Also, Iron Gullet, you just destroyed everything. This is the last live stream for 2 months. Because, again, you violated my rules.
You don't know my name or what I look like. Or where I live.
Oh, I'll find it.
Oh, you're going to find me? Like when Pooter doxed you?
Yeah,
Hey, we were talking about calling an ambulance on you the other night because you were asleep for 4 hours.
Oh God, I was asleep for 4 hours.
And you almost choked to death. And then you pulled your pants and shirt down when you got up to
You know what, Iron Gullet? I'm gonna give you one chance. Either you leave right now, or I'm killing this stream, and the other people that agree with you might get a chance to talk. If you don't, within 10 seconds, I'm going to just kill the stream.
All right, for the sake of everybody else, I
9, 8, 7, 6, 5. You know what? Fuck it. Well, sorry everyone else, but Iron Gullet decided to be a dick. So that's it for the stream. That's it for everything. There will be no live streams for at least 3 weeks. And I'm done. Hello. By the way, this might be I might be taking a bit of a break from the old live streaming coming up just because, oh god damn it, just because I actually got promoted at work, so I'm kind of dealing with that and going into my new role, so it might be for fuck's sakes. We've already reviewed it. You rejected my fucking appeal. Jesus Christ of goddamn Nazareth. So I actually got promoted at my job, and so I'm kind of dealing with that. So again, next week live stream. I'll try to do videos, but live streams might be a little sus. And by the way, my goddamn company. Oh my god. They just announced this, and I don't think they have a plan for it, and it goes into effect in 2 weeks. Alright, whatever. I'll do what I can. By the way, to all the people that think I don't have a job, I don't know, fuck you.